Watch this show, right? In my personal opinion, this is trash. Nothing new. It's just a trash pay per view. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna start off breaking down all these matches that happened tonight. We start off with Roman Reigns versus Braun Breaker. I mean Bronson Reed. Fuck, I keep getting these names wrong, bro. Why is it Braun then Bronson Reed? I just don't get it. You know what I'm saying? So these two start brawling, and Roman Reigns starts smacking Reed trying to hit the tsunami, right? So he tries to hit the tsunami and hits a Samoan drop from the top rope with a Superman punch. I thought it was okay. It was cool. You know what I'm saying? He hits the spear, and Roman Reigns wins the match. So basically, Roman Reigns squashes Bronson Reed in 9 minutes, right? It takes like, what, about 5, 10 minutes to squash Bronson Reed. This match wasn't going to last like 20, 30 minutes, in my opinion. And I was right. I told you, like, literally, if this was like 5, 10 years ago, Roman Reigns would have squashed this dude in like 3 minutes. Like, Bronson Reed would have been a jobber. He would have been on a James Ellsworth level, literally. So Reed literally gets fucking squashed, right? And Roman Reigns runs into Paul Heyman, right? And Paul Heyman starts copying pleas, saying, "I love you, my tribal chief. The world is yours." He starts acting like a bitch. You know what I'm saying? Regular old Paul Heyman style, right? So Paul Heyman gives Roman Reigns his shoes and a collar weight, right? Gets all scary and shit. And Roman Reigns gets his shoes and he starts choking out Paul Heyman. Wow, I see Jelly Roll right behind Michael Cole. Nobody really gives a fuck because Michael Cole announces Jelly Roll was here during the show, which nobody cares with Post Malone. Nobody cares who's here to see the show. I don't care if Quavo or Snoop Dogg, or I fuck with Snoop Dogg, or Lil Baby comes. Nobody cares that these rappers came to watch the show. Everybody watches wrestling, right? And nobody should. So Roman Reigns gets the shoes, he signs them, and he throws them to the crowd, which I think this is cool. This is a cool moment, right? Because we don't see much wrestlers taking their fucking gear, signing them, and throw it to the crowd. You feel me? We won't ever see the Undertaker doing that. Stone Cold, because they're staying in character, right? But what can we do about it, right? This is a cool moment, right? So Braun Breaker comes up out of nowhere and spirits Roman Reigns to the table. Like, I don't understand why we're doing this right now. Like, easily we could have had this during the match, right? Braun Breaker comes out and starts talking shit to Roman. Bronson Reed tries to hit the finisher and hits a spear on Bronson Reed, gets the win. Braun Breaker could come in or attack Roman Reigns, ending the match to a DQ, and Roman Reigns could win by DQ. Because Braun Breaker don't know when to mind his own business. You know what I'm saying? So eventually, Braun Breaker had to come in after Paul Heyman got his ass beat, and Roman Reigns celebrated, right? You know what I'm saying? So I don't know why they're doing this shit. Like, literally, Roman Reigns gets spared and gets attacked by Braun Breaker, right? I don't know why they're doing this shit. You feel what I'm saying? I'm thinking because Roman Reigns got vacation coming up. He's not going to be here for a while. Of course. You know what I'm saying? Like, basically, what I'm seeing here now, the feud's over with. Roman beat Bronson Reed, got his shoes back. Now it looks like he's going to be feuding with Braun Breaker, or it looks like they're going to be feuding later on again, right? So, in my personal opinion, Roman Reigns should go after Cody Rhodes or something else besides being in a stupid feud, right? So Roman Reigns gets spared again as refs try to take him out, right? Like, I fucking knew it, that Roman Reigns would keep getting spared after the refs take him out. So Jey Uso comes out and attacks us and try to defend his cousin, right? It's just understandable. He attacks Braun and Bronson Reed. Braun Breaker gets up and spares Jey Uso after Jey Uso beats up Bronson Reed. Bronson Reed gets in the ring and hits a tsunami on Roman Reigns as he's on a stretcher. Like, this is really getting annoying at this point. Like, how many times do we got a tsunami Roman Reigns? Are you trying to kill this dude? And if you are trying to book him to be like this, why don't you have Roman Reigns retire? Now people are going to say, well, they're making Roman Reigns look weak now because he don't got the wise man, he don't got the bloodline. Shut the fuck up. Stop making excuses, okay? This don't make any sense. You could have easily did this like next month so Roman Reigns could get out until the Royal Rumble and beat the shit out of these guys, win the Royal Rumble, heals up, and beats these guys up on the road to WrestleMania or something. I don't know. But in my personal opinion, there's nothing else to do with Roman Reigns here. So let me guess. They're probably going to have a fucking tag team match at WrestlePalooza. Just wait. We're going to have a tag team match for sure, right? We get to the backstage after commercial. Adam Pearce argues with Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker. He tells them both that you guys are out tonight. You are out of this building. And if you don't get out, you guys will be suspended without pay. See, Adam Pearce, his job really sucks. His job sucks. This whole segment is bullshit. You could have easily said, you guys want to keep bullshit, nigga? If you don't get the fuck out of my building, you're fired. You guys are fired. Simple as that. You know what I'm saying? But instead, he didn't want to just say, oh, you're suspended without pay. Get the fuck out of here. They're going to continue doing whatever they want to do. So what you should do is fire their asses if they're going to continue doing what they're doing. So we're concerned. We're all asking each other, like, what's going to happen in the main event? Is these guys going to try to interfere? Is Paul Heyman going to come back? or who's gonna help Seth Rollins? You know what I'm saying? So Seth Rollins don't got shit tonight. So all I know is that in the main event, Seth Rollins is on his own. Up next, we get into the tag team match. We got the Street Profits versus the Y6. Why don't we got a tag team match in Paris? You know, I think they hear my voice. Like, we need more talent on this fucking pay-per-view. We can't just have 5 matches every fucking show. You feel me? So we start off with Montez Ford brawling with Dexter Lumis. He hits a kick to Dexter. He hits a clothesline at Dexter. And Dexter gets up and starts beating up on Montez Ford. Angelo gets into the match and hits a suicide dive on him and Joe. He starts beating up on him, right? And then he hits a neck breaker on Joe. Eventually, he gets in there and hits a swanton bomb on Joe, and Joe kicks out. Eric Rowan gets into the match and starts punching Montez Ford in the face, and he gets Sister Abigail by Bo Dallas. I don't know why Bo Dallas, fucking Eric Rowan has to interfere in this match. I want for the Street Profits to win. The Wyatts suck, in my opinion. Like, Eric Rowan, this dude went from slamming the Big Show, being a tag team champion, I think Intercontinental champion, to now being a fucking jobber, and now he's being dressed up as a pig, a dog, an elephant, whoever the hell you want him to dress up as. You know what I'm saying? You're wasting this dude's time. This group sucks, right? So basically, these guys, Dexter Lumis and Joe, fucking Joe Gergie, whatever his name is, hits the sit out powerbomb and to Montez Ford, and then he retains the tag team titles. Nothing new here. They just retain the tag team titles. Up next, we have a women's Intercontinental Championship match between Becky Lynch and Nikki Bella. We started with the match by Becky Lynch running away, and then she eventually throws Nikki Bella into the steel steps after Nikki gets distracted. Becky throws her around the barricades, right? Starts throwing her around, and eventually into the match, she hits the leg drop, and Nikki Bella kicks out. Like, this match started making me sleepy. I didn't even watch half of this fucking match. I don't even care about it. So eventually, we learn that Becky Lynch retains by hitting a roll-up. Some calorie suck pussy ass shit right there. Nothing we could do about it. That's what heels do, right? That's what WWE does nowadays. They have to have their fucking heels win the match by roll-up. Doesn't make any sense. Up next, we get a promo segment with Jey Uso. He tells Adam Pearce, after Adam Pearce asks him, "Are you going to be okay tonight? Are you good?" He says, "I'm good, Uso. Roman Reigns always told me, man, that you're going to be champion." You know what I'm saying? And he put him on the stretcher. Uso, I'm going to fight for him. Yeet. You know what I'm saying? So we get to that. This is a good point. You know, it was a good segment. You know, Jey Uso's going out there. No matter if they try to take me out, I'm going to win that title. Uso, yeet. He's on that level. So I gotta respect Jey, even though he's not a main eventer, but in wrestling story-wise, he's doing his fucking thing. You know what I'm saying? Up next, we get the Sheamus versus Rusev. I'm not even gonna review this match. Like, Sheamus versus Rusev is so stale at this point. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they had their thing 10 years ago, but this feud, like really, this should have been over at SummerSlam. These two been feud since like what, June? Since Rusev was attacking the fucking Hurt Academy or some shit. Like, come on now. This doesn't make any sense. You know what I'm saying? Sheamus should be fighting for the IC title, or Rusev should be in the jobber scene, or I don't know. Sheamus should retire. I don't know. But these two feuding is over at this point. It's really stale, and I don't care who won the match. You know what I'm saying? So I will never review Rusev ever again. Rusev sucks, and I will not talk about him ever again. Because he really annoys the shit out of me. There's enough wrestlers who annoy me, and Rusev is one of them. He is not imitate looking. Yeah, he has a size, and he's kind of big to where he might beat my ass. He could beat my ass, but still, he's not entertaining. He's not imitate looking. He's not cool. He sucks. Simple as that. I don't give a fuck. Up next, we get Logan Paul versus John Cena. I really missed half of the show. I was at the store. I didn't really miss anything here. When I get back, Logan Paul, he starts beating up John Cena. Cena hits the attitude adjustment, and Logan Paul kicks out. These two start brawling as usual, right? Cena tries to hit the 5-number shuffle and gets zigzagged by Logan Paul. I actually kind of like the move. I don't know what it was this time, but the zigzag, the Dolph Ziggler move, I think that's a different name for it, but I don't give a shit. You know what I'm saying? Cena kicks out of it. Cena punches Logan Paul in the nose, and Logan Paul starts leaking everywhere, right? What can we do about it, right? Logan Paul hits the uppercut and kicks out. Logan Paul marks the 5-knuckle shuffle, and obviously he gets into the attitude adjustment, and he kicks out again. Cena kicks out of Logan Paul's right hand, and Cena hits the Styles Clash. I don't know why they're using other people's finishers, but I think Cena, he was countering Logan Paul's move, right? So he put him in that Styles Clash move, and somehow Logan Paul got into that situation. You know how you got to counter a wrestler's move? If you get caught up in their arm or some shit, they gotta put you in a DDT position to get you up, right? So this is what happened here. He hit the Styles Clash out of no choice, and eventually Logan Paul kicks out of it. Cena hits the AA, and Logan Paul hits the right hand, and then Cena hits another attitude adjustment, getting to win. Cena gets his win. First win, I think, in like 2 months since Night of Champions. You know what I'm saying? But what can we do about it, right? This retirement tour is a waste of time here. Like, Cena's going to be gone soon. I know a lot of people want to see him, and this is why I said, why don't we start doing weekly John Cena matches? You know what I'm saying? But they're not going to listen to us. And Cena said on the fucking WWE Unreal that his body physically can't take it anymore. So there's nothing that we can do about it. You know what I'm saying? Gotta respect him. You know, Cena gets his last win in Paris. This is his last time in Europe. So this is going to be the last time we're going to see John Cena in Europe. So let's enjoy the rest of John Cena the much we can for these 3 months. You feel me? Up next, we get the main event. Seth Rollins, Jey Uso, CM Punk, and LA Knight. Yeah. Seth Rollins has an interview backstage. He says, I'm all alone. I got this tonight. I am the World Heavyweight Champion. I am the visionary. I never needed anybody. I never needed one soul in my life. Then why do you have a faction with Paul Heyman? Why do you have a faction with Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed? It doesn't make any sense. You might as well have you and Becky as Triple H and Stephanie, the new Triple H and Stephanie or some shit on that type of power couple level. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. But in my personal opinion, this didn't make any sense to me, because why do you have a faction if you never needed anybody? But we get it. At times where your people are struggling, whatever, at the end of the day, you got yourself. You know, you never needed nobody, so whatever, bro. Who gives a shit anyways? So these guys start killing each other into the match. Jey Uso starts super kicking LA Knight and grabs the table for I don't know why. Like, literally, throughout this match, let me tell you guys something before I get to the match. The table was never used. This table was never used in the match. So I don't know why it's out there, just for these people to get beat up or some shit. I would like for LA Knight to hit the elbow drop to somebody on that table. You feel me? So LA Knight and Seth Rollins start brawling into the crowd. CM Punk jumps in from the barricade and jumps onto Seth Rollins. Lucky he didn't break his knee doing that, so I don't know why he would try to risk doing that. CM Punk hits the clothesline and kicks to Seth Rollins. He hits a couple kicks to Seth, and Seth Rollins gets up out of nowhere and hits the frog splash on Jey Uso. LA Knight gets up and kicks out of the pin by Seth Rollins, right? Seth Rollins grabs LA Knight's face and starts talking shit. He says, nobody cares about you. You understand me? I am the man around here. Nobody cares about you. And he starts beating him up, right? So LA Knight gets up and hits the side Russian leg move on Seth Rollins. CM Punk comes up, gets up, and starts beating up LA Knight. This match, I actually kind of enjoyed this. You know, it was actually some good shit. Got a lot of back and forth. I can't complain. This is how a World Heavyweight main event pay-per-view match is supposed to be. You feel me? So I hear a lot of people are going to complain saying, well, this match is taking too long. Get it over with. Bro, this is how it's supposed to be. This is how it's supposed to be. Stop bitching and stop crying. You feel me? So LA Knight hits the elbow drop on Seth Rollins. LA Knight does the BFT to Seth, and Seth Rollins kicks out. Jey Uso gets up and he starts squaring off with LA Knight, and they start punching each other. LA Knight goes for the elbow drop onto the table to Seth Rollins, but misses. So LA Knight hits his elbow into the announcer table, and I don't know, I think he's injured right now. He might be out for a little while, but that shit look painful. Can you imagine going for the elbow drop and you fuck around and you bust your elbow? That's the fuck that shit. That's wild. So CM Punk hits the GTS to Jey Uso, and CM Punk kicks out of the curb stop. Becky Lynch comes into the match, and I don't know what the hell she did. I was cooking food, so I see Becky Lynch come up out of nowhere, and Seth Rollins retains the title. So I'm like, holy shit, Becky Lynch here? I'm like, oh man, I didn't expect Becky to come in. After I said, you might as well have Seth and Becky to come, have it be a fucking power couple faction or something. You know what I'm saying? So Becky Lynch helps Seth Rollins because that's his wife. So, you know what I'm saying? Who else not better than your wife or your mother to help you out? You know what I'm saying? Just an example. You know what I'm saying? So he didn't have his faction. He didn't have Paul Heyman. So his wife, Becky Lynch, helped him out, retained the title. So nothing we could do here. This is how I like the booking. This is how good the match is supposed to be. Seth Rollins had nobody, so he had his wife. And his wife is still there, so he always had his wife with him. So that's some good shit right there. I think the match was a good 6 out of 10. The pay-per-view by itself, 5 out of 10. Because without the main event and the shit going on, I don't think this pay-per-view would be complete shit. You know what I'm saying? So this is my review for Clash in Paris, also known as Ass in Paris.